Lois Tabo is a refugee from Village 6 in Zone 2 Bidi settlement and explains an incident involving a host community boy and a refugee woman, claiming the woman ran away from her home to live with a young man who was working at a grinding mill.
Yesterday, there's something. We have another woman here. He's taking a small husband, small boy, to be to him like a husband. You see, even that's now they're in prison. That woman is the boy is host community. Then the woman is a rapist. This woman goes after the boy is working there in the machine. He's grinding something like maize. And then they meet together. And then this boy is there in prison with that woman. Why I say like that? Because there are no food.
According to Tabu, many refugee men have returned to South Sudan with hopes of making money and send food to the settlement, leaving their women and children suffering. This forces a number of refugee women abandon their husbands for host community men.
If your husband go to Sudan, if that husband cannot send for you money, how can you do? The other woman, they see the husband, if that man have money, they take the friend with that man. Even they leave the child at home, they get that man because that man have money. They take they doing the friendship with that money, and then they get that man like a husband. Because what? There's no food for us.
Grace Brenda is a refugee mother of 3 children in Village 6 Bidi settlement who is struggling to survive amidst the food reduction. She explains why some women have abandoned their husbands for host community men.
Ay asase anade zurufa ligana ketire an kalamta akil ita girafe lena si citizen data gasa do mahal felan mal ma fel budileta sakit.
Okay, like for her as a woman, chopping out this food has caused for her a lot of problems. Mostly these issues of farmlands. You go to the citizens, you wanted some land supposed to cultivate on.
Oh, ita mindi gurus. Gale ko tawai ba ube sitin.
And you don't have also money to purchase. Either they will ask you to pay 60,000 per 1 quarter.
Yala asedede tanta mindi zana ragil ta mindi aksena na bisilusunu.
Okay, like for her, she doesn't have, and even the husband doesn't have. What do you expect her to do?
Aize asere ana ayana birudu ragil de asena bi jojona mobe yalle kulu asen bodila na mahala lana bikurdi ana birabo boy yalle lari kan Sudan sala.
Like for her, she has said she will accept that man to marry her until when South Sudan will be okay, so that she will be able to feed her children at home.
Some of the refugees share challenges of food, forcing women to other men.
I witnessed that it is happening really several times, and some of them they just escape without even informing the husband that I'm going this way. You end up understanding the person was not there already.
The reduction of food, it has come. Indeed, things are happening. Like you can get a land. This land you can't rent without anything. The landlord needs money. If there's no money, now what to do? Now some women end up by getting married to the landlords just because they need what? They need the land to be cultivated.
I personally witnessed over last week. It also happened, or this week even. It happened where a woman leaves the husband sleeping at night and sneaking to a different fashion because of food, and really children are really crying because of the food. And we know that women are the foundation of the family. If there is really no food at home, a child can't go to the father and cry to the father. A child goes and holds the mother's leg, and in that giving the mother, making the mother to be very traumatized and really confused of what she's going to do. That's why women decide to run to other men.
The Senior Assistant Secretary, Lore Sub-County in Yumbe District, Ijosiga Abubakar Muzamil, said it is not an ideal practice for refugees to marry landlords in return for food.
We are going to engage with the partners as the local authority, engage this community and sensitize them. Otherwise, it is not an ideal idea, despite the community offered the land, which for the refugee settlement, as per the Refugee Act, the refugees are supposed to settle in public land.
The challenge of food reduction has left a huge gap in families that entirely relied on food distributed by World Food Programme, with only 3.5 kilograms given per person in a month, while refugees in Category 3 do not receive food. Report compiled by Robert Ariaka for the news.